Morning, students. Today's topic is electric field due to spherical shell or conducting sphere, right? Using Gauss law. This is a spherical shell. Shell in the sense hollow sphere. Spherical shell or hollow sphere. And one more word I used, conducting solid sphere. Why? To a conducting solid sphere, charge is given. The charge resides on the surface. For the shell, charge is given. The charge resides on the surface. See here in the figure, there is a shell whose radius is r. Q charge is given. Let Q is the total charge given to this sphere. The charge is uniformly distributed on the sphere. Here we are talking about uniform distribution. The charge is uniformly distributed on the sphere. That is shown in the figure. R is the radius of the spherical shell. Q is the total charge on the shell. Sigma is surface charge density. We know what is surface charge density. Surface charge density formula is what? Surface charge density. Here only I write. Charge by area. Charge by surface area. Right? Okay. See, the question they ask, what is the electric field due to this charged sphere at this point? Where is the point? Outside of the sphere. Outside of the sphere, P is a point. Let this point is at a distance r from the center. Always in case of whenever we are dealing with spheres, we take the distances from the center, because in previous classes we studied for a sphere, if charge is given, the charge is supposed to be concentrated at the center. Shell theorem, one theorem we studied. The charge, it practically resides on the surface, but whenever we consider it is supposed to be concentrated at the center like a point charge. So always we consider the distances from the center. So from the center to this point, distance is r. So let P is a point. P is a point at a distance small r outside this sphere. Outside, here we are talking just heading taken as shell, outside the shell. Okay, point outside the shell. Even you can spell it as sphere, no problem. Hollow sphere, outside the shell. Let using Gauss law, they said. For using Gauss law, we know the procedure. I said this is just like a point charge which is supposed to be concentrated at the center. See the field direction. First step is what? At point P, what is the field direction? We know field direction is radially outward, because here we took positive charge. For positive charge, it is radially outward. So here if I see the field direction, that field direction is like this. First step completed, field is taken. Second, Draw a closed Gaussian surface surrounding of that shell. If I take a closed Gaussian surface which is passing through this point, a closed Gaussian surface passing through that point, that Gaussian surface comes like a sphere. This is a closed Gaussian surface drawn, a closed Gaussian surface right. Now I draw a closed Gaussian surface. So this closed surface is also like a sphere. So second step, a closed Gaussian surface is how it is like a sphere. That closed Gaussian surface is also like a sphere. Passing through the point P, passing through the point P, such that or as radius level, passing through the point P, O as center, O as center, right? Second step is completed. Then what is the third step? Divide that Gaussian surface into small elements. Take one such element, right? This Gaussian surface is divided into small elements, and one such element is taken here. It is divided into small elements. This is one such element I consider. One such small element, ds. Its area vector, if I draw, its area vector, it is also in the same direction. Area vector ds. So a small surface element is considered and its area vector is drawn. Area vector is always normal. At any point, if you draw the area vector, it is normal to the surface. Here, it is normal to the surface. Normal to the surface means along the radius vector, which is parallel to E. right? So this is the construction. Then, now from the figure, from the diagram, angle between E bar and DS bar, theta, is 0. See here, DS bar and E bar both comes parallel. Now, what is the flux through the Gaussian surface? Flux through the Gaussian surface. Flux through the Gaussian surface, phi, which you can write as integral E dot ds, surface integral E dot ds, which is equal to, according to Gauss law, Q enclosed by epsilon naught. Yes or no? Q enclosed by epsilon naught. What is Q enclosed here? See, integral E dot ds, you can write E ds cos 0. Why cos 0? Angle between E vector and ds vector is 0. See here, ds vector and E vector are in the same direction. E ds cos 0. What is Q enclosed? See this Gaussian surface. In this Gaussian surface, Gaussian spherical sphere, this total charge Q is enclosed. This total Q is inside of it. So charge enclosed is what here? Q. See, in this total, this one is enclosed. So total charge is enclosed in Q by epsilon naught. Right? If you see this E at this point, E at this point, E at this point, E, every point on the sphere is at the same distance r from the center. So at every point, E is constant, E is same. Once that E is same at every point, you can take that E outside. Integral ds is equal to Q by epsilon naught. What is integral of ds? For this Gaussian surface, ds is the small element. If I integrate means if I add all those small elements, it is equal to surface area of this Gaussian sphere. Surface area of that Gaussian sphere, right? So, can I write like this? E ds, surface area of the Gaussian sphere, 4 pi r square. Why, sir? R is the radius of the Gaussian sphere, small r, radius of the Gaussian sphere, Q by epsilon naught, right? Then what is the question? What is E? Then E is equal to from this. See, if this 4 pi r square comes down, 1 by 4 pi. Okay. Students, sorry for the interruption. Due to some technical issues in internet, a small interruption occurred. Okay. So this is a spherical shell. Q charge is given to this. We are asked to find at this point P, which is outside of the spherical shell, what is the electric field? point outside the spherical shell. For that, what to do? Draw a Gaussian surface passing through that point P. Right? So a Gaussian surface is drawn. How that Gaussian surface has come? Like a sphere. It is also like a hollow sphere. Then what is the next point? Take a small surface element on that Gaussian surface. Assume it is divided into small elements. ds is one such element at the point P. So draw the area vector ds. See what is the angle between field vector and area vector at that point. So at that point, the angle between E vector and ds vector is 0. Why? Both are parallel along the radius vector. Both are along the radius vector. Okay. So now, according to the Gauss law, total flux through the Gaussian surface phi, we know the formula, integral E dot ds is equal to q enclosed by epsilon naught. Then what is q enclosed? If you see this Gaussian surface, this total shell is enclosed in. So whatever the charge on the shell, the total charge is enclosed. So q is the enclosed charge in this Gaussian sphere. So E dot ds means E ds cos theta. Theta is equal to 0. So E ds cos 0 is equal to q enclosed is capital Q, total charge, by epsilon naught. Right? So integral E dot E is a constant which is taken out. Why it is a constant? On this Gaussian sphere, at every point E is same because R is same, Q is same. So E same. So E constant, take it out. Integral of ds q by epsilon naught. Integral of ds, that is surface area of this Gaussian sphere. Its radius is r, smaller. So its surface area, total surface area, 4 pi r square, q by epsilon naught. Right? Then E is equal to, take this 4 pi r square here, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. If you are asked this E in terms of sigma, what is sigma? Surface charge density. Sometimes in the problems they give sigma value. In terms of sigma they ask. Surface charge density, you know, Q by A is the formula. Whose A? This spherical shell area, right? For that spherical shell area, then Q is equal to sigma into A. Sigma area of the spherical shell inside, 4 pi r square by small r square. 4 pi get cancelled. Then E is equal to, here I am writing, E is equal to sigma capital R square by epsilon naught small r square. That is E in terms of surface charge density, right? Come on, take a screenshot or note down. Next, point on surface of the shell. Point on the surface of the shell. Point on the surface of the shell. In cylinder also I told you. R is equal to R. So how it is? See. for the point on the surface. Where is the point now? Here is the point. From the center to the point, distance is r. When the point is present on the surface, the small r is equal to capital R. So we have a formula at outside. E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. When small r is equal to capital R, then E is equal to what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by capital R square. This is the formula on the surface, right? What is E on the surface in terms of surface charge density? See here. So surface charge density formula, what you have? Outside point E is equal to sigma r square by small r square. Whenever small r is equal to capital R on the surface, take capital R is equal to small r, then what do you get? E is equal to sigma epsilon naught r square. Sigma r square by epsilon naught r square get cancelled. E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. This is the formula, expression for, right? Point on the surface of the shell. This is E in terms of Q and R. This is E in terms of surface charge density on the surface. Next. Point. Next one. Point inside the shell. Point inside the shell. If I take this point inside the shell here, if I consider that point inside the shell, here is the point inside the shell. Then what is this distance? Distances are such that r is less than r. Already when we are discussing its cylinder, if I assume a Gaussian surface passing through that point, is there any charge enclosed in that Gaussian surface? Through this Gaussian surface, in the inside of this Gaussian surface, there is no charge, because whatever charge given to this shell, the charge is on the surface. Inside this shell, there is no charge. So, point inside the shell, flux, if you write, integral E dot ds, Q enclosed by epsilon naught. See here, Q enclosed is 0. Q enclosed is 0 because inside there is no charge. When Q enclosed is 0, E ds, integral of ds is equal to 0, then E is equal to 0. So inside the shell, E is equal to 0. Remember, whether it is a cylinder, hollow one or conducting one, or a spherical shell. Spherical shell also be called as hollow sphere or conducting sphere. inside the shell, inside of it, E is 0, right? Right? One of the very important question for board exams and entrance also. Now, we summarize this. This is the shell. Shell. Center. O. I'm taking 3 points. This is 1 point. This is another point. And this is another point. This point 1 inside, point 2 on the surface, point 3 outside. Whatever charge is given, the charge on the surface. Now we write one by one. At point 1. Point 1, what is it? Point inside. Point inside. At point 1. What is E? E is equal to 0. Second, point on surface. Point on surface. What is E? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square.